There's two types of people that are the most dangerous on any field. It's the newest dude because he doesn't know.
Yeah.
They don't know what they're doing, and because they are confident and they want to prove themselves, right? Then you have the dude who's been there for 30 years because he knows.
Get compliant.
Like, I've been doing this for 30 years. What the fuck are you going to tell me?
Yeah.
And you don't do this work. I do this 8 hours a day, Nalleli. What are you going to come and tell me? Until it happens.
That's the problem, though, is when they do the same thing over and over again, then you get compliant.
Yeah. Or it's the human factor as well, is you can have a perfect record and nothing happened to you in 30 years, and that one day you're fucked up for whatever reason, emotional.
Yeah.
I had a guy who his daughter was killed. I'm not going to have him operating.
Yeah.
As much as he probably needs to be busy.
Yeah.
You're going to be doing something at the shop.
That you can't be hurting yourself or hurting someone else.
Or someone else.
Yeah.
And so that's when, I mean, yes, I get those macho, but you know what? Being a woman helps because then it's not a standoff between macho and macho.
Right.
I can kind of like cool things down and I can see like, okay, he's getting all crunk and buff and then I'll start cooling things down, joking with them and ándale, don Carmen, ándale, don, Guillermo, like, come on, Toby, what the fuck? Like, I'm just trying to come here.
Yeah.
Let's go do this. Come with me. Let's talk. And they tend to,
is there a situation
de-escalate.
that's happened like that where it's been like a tough situation where you've had to calm somebody down? Or?
Yeah, several.
Yeah?
Several.
Like what?
So the one that I'm thinking of now, it's the company people, like it was groups of them were mad at management. And there was no communication. And so at one of my safety meetings, some comments were made that I wasn't aware there were indirects. So there's some internal language happening.
Okay.
And I just started seeing body languages. I started seeing guys starting to stand up. They're moving their chairs around. And I'm like, okay.
Every time you say something, they're like, oh, yeah.
So we're not doing this. And the good thing is, I don't know, that shit doesn't scare me. So when conflict doesn't scare me. So
also, too, like, if you could read that, but that's the thing, like, people, like, in management don't read that. They just think that, like, they don't, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying, like, all people in management, but, like, if you could read that as a safety person, then you should be able to read that as your employees are being uncomfortable talking about what's going on.
You would be surprised, though, how many people in management can't.
Oh, yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's the easiest thing.
And no, but it's not. It's not, because we promote on skill, not because they're good leaders.
Yeah.
And there's a difference.
Yeah.
A good leader, they may not know the skill, but they know how to talk to people.
Yeah.
And they have that emotional intelligence. They can read body language.
Yeah.
Not everybody can. And I've had to have, like, very serious talks with some people. Like, I don't know what you got to do. You got to watch some videos on
like,
fucking body language.
How do you not see this going on?
Yeah. And I also think society's changing where, it's helping, especially the older folk start coming down off their horses and, but it still happens. And I've gotten.
You just got to arm wrestle them, you know what I mean? Put them in their spot, you know what I mean? The younger guys are coming around.
Yeah. I've had one time out on the field where I could see they were about to go at it physically. Ooh. And so I had to yell.
Sometimes you gotta let it happen, you know what I mean? Just let it happen, get it done. All right, let's get back to work.
Look,
it's not
on location. even though I do say it, I'm like, you know what? I know biology. Guys are gonna fight, and that's the most natural and healthiest way.
Yeah.
But I don't. What if you hit someone? They hit themselves on a pipe. They hit themselves with the wrench. They hit. You could.
That's the things you have to think about. Like that's
the
thing.
Company.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah. So I gotta tell them, you know what you guys do. They got a broken
neck. They're paralyzed now.
In one of those situations, what was the issue going on?
Egos, number one.
Okay.
Egos and jokes.
Ooh,
and horse playing. I'm like, if you cannot handle it, do not
do it. Yeah.
And I mean, it's a speech I have to say several times a year because
some guys can't.
No.
Some guys can't. They can give it. Yeah. Oh, but they can't take it.
Yeah.
And when they get it back, I'm like, oh, come on, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's so, I mean, there were some good jokes, but he was not taking them.
Calvin has that. He works from home, but it's just his wife. You know what I mean? He tries to tell the jokes, too.
She's precious. She doesn't think I'm funny. So. She's like, are you supposed to be working? Like, oh. It's always a good one, you know? It's always a good one.